What's the differences between check, bet, raise, and fold?
So those are your four options throughout the course of playing a hand of poker. Now, depending upon where you're at within the sequence of the hand will kind of determine your options. So at the very beginning, when the dealer deals everyone out their first two hole cards, assuming we're playing Texas Hold'em, the first person to act is the one after the big blind, and they'll have two options. It's either going to be to bet or to fold, right? So small blind, big blind, 5-10, they'll have the option to be able to, call, raise, or fold. They can call the $10, they can raise the $10 to at least 20 or more, or they can fold their hand if they don't have a playable hand. Now, assuming that they called, a couple other players called, and we actually get to the first three cards called the flop, the first person to act of the remaining players is going to have the option to make a decision of typically two, which is going to be check, which means that they are opting not to bet and they're passing the action to the next player that's still in the hand. They can place a bet, or in some cases, very rarely, they can just really just fold their hand. Like if their hand didn't connect with the board at all and they're just kind of over it and they don't want to get involved, they can fold their hand. But more often than not, they're either going to check or bet. Now, if they decide to bet, the next player that's still in the hand is going to have a couple of options. It's either fold if they believe that person or they didn't connect with the board and they're just going to throw their cards in. They can call the bet or they can raise. So those are the three options that are going to happen from there, and it kind of flows around in sequence. But the biggest misconception I see new players is, they say check when there's a bet in front of them. They don't realize that they actually have to either call that bet, raise that bet, or fold their cards. Or sometimes you'll see new players say raise when there's no previous bet before them, when really what they're doing is they're just betting. So terminology says a lot to all the rest of the players on the table. If you use the wrong terminology, it pretty much announces to the table that you're a newbie, you're a beginner, and you really don't play a lot of poker. So know the terms, know what you should be doing. When in doubt, you can just with actions do what you're going to do. So checking is done by tapping. You don't even need to say check. Betting, putting your chips out there, or raising, you can put in the correct amount of a size of a raise, which is double the previous bet or more.